I really hope one day that we're gonna get K-pop videos where we just do not see face softening done in post. It just looks terrible. What is up, beautiful people of YouTube? Today we're going to be looking at another video, which I'm actually super excited for. A lot of you guys have written me to actually look at the new song of NCT 127 with Sticker. And yeah, guys, I am going to review it today with you guys. Like always, we're not here to criticize the group or anything like that. We're here to learn a little bit more about the MV, see if we can pick up things that you cannot see with the naked eye, and see how certain shots are done. I want to keep this channel as educational as possible. Before we start with the video, two things. One, if you have any recommendations of videos you want me to review in the near future, then please just put them in the comments below. I check out all the comments you leave behind, so please make sure to leave your recommendations down below in the comment section. Two, if you really enjoy the content you see right now and you want to see more of it, then please make sure you hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed. I upload 2 or 3 times a week, so there is enough content to look at, and I really look forward to your support. But for now, I'm gonna say let's not waste any more time and let's jump right into NCT 127 Squad and Sticker. Like always, before we start with the video, I have not seen the MV yet. I did hear the song already, and just a very quick opinion on the song itself. I have a feeling something is missing with the beat. Maybe it's just me, but it's very deep. Then there's this bass, and then all of a sudden there's this flute playing through it. And that flute is really unique from what I've heard in any of the K-pop songs so far. It's as if that flute is carrying the song somehow. Really unique. But I would say let's jump into the MV, see what we can pick up. Very cool again with the forced perspective. Do you see that basically the room is expanding or unexpanding purely because what they're doing with the focusing, or basically the zoom work in post and of course on set. Really cool. I love silhouettes. Silhouettes are always cool to look at. Hold up, guys. So I know that a lot of you people watching this channel are female. One sec, I have to go back again to the correct part. Is this sexy to you guys and girls? I don't know. Just tell me. I'm just really curious, because why else would they do these kind of things on the camera? Very cool done with the editing there. I love these kind of edits generally, where you have a camera focused on one section, as we can see here basically, and then you have one of the characters jumping around bit to bit. I'm a little bit curious though, that I don't understand why they zoomed in at times and they did not zoom in at times. They should have just kept it at one focal length and keep it there so that the background doesn't move at all. Would have been a little bit more, a little bit of a better flow from scene to scene, because he is basically in the same location non-stop. So maybe they could have done that, but they didn't. How do they do this? Is that done in post? The lasso. I'm purely talking about the lasso. How did I make it glow like this? Is this a special item or is this edited? I cannot say. But it looks really cool. Very cool. Again, is it me, or is it basically as if something is missing in the song? It's so unique from all other K-pop songs that we see so far. It's as if we're missing a bit of bass, we're missing a bit of a melody, but at the moment we're really being guided by that whistle. Wow. Again, here as well, super cool what they did here. Do you see how you have that spotlight in the background, so that big round light? He does the movement with his hand from right to left, from left to right. The light also goes to the right, and then all of a sudden it goes from left to right to the next character, so it's just easier to follow the visuals. Really cool. Oh, we finally have some bass. That's nice at least. Wow. I mean, check this out. You know, it sounds very stupid, but just have a look at what he's holding. It's an item that costs maybe a few cents. It's a blow-up heart, nothing too special. But with enough editing, you can make it look like it's a solid item being cut into pieces with that lasso, and then boom. Doesn't that look cool? Like, be honest, guys, that is super cool how you can make something so cheap, so effective on set. Good job there. Yeah, that is really not something they edited in the shot. Let me have a... No, that is 100% an item that glows like that. You can see the battery. What is this? If anyone knows what the lasso is made out of, tell me, because this could be something really interesting to use in the future for any type of set. Reminds me a little bit of choreography. Reminds me a little bit of God's Menu. With Stray Kids, with that movement. Forward and backward where they're a little bit bent down. That's okay. I'm curious what to do with the main choreography. Wow, that is what you call a clean transaction. Through the eye. Okay, we're slowly zooming in. You can see that these are two different shots. So this and this are two different shots completely, but just look what they do. Eye in, completely eye there. So they changed the eye here. Really clean though. Good job here. What do you guys actually think of this set? And I'm going to comment on it a bit later, but maybe put it in the comments already what you think about it. I would love to hear your comments as well and what you think about it. What do you think of the color combinations? Is it nice? Is it not nice? What is the kind of feeling that you get from it? Again, super cool when you play with aesthetics and visuals. Hands up and then all of a sudden the hats fly in the air. I mean, I didn't even notice that there were hats, but I first thought there were donuts of some sort, but that's cool. Very interesting color combination to use this green all of a sudden. I'm not sure if it fits 100% with the set. It's a little bit... Like the green on the car is a little bit different than the green on his clothes. And of course, that's because we're talking about lights and we're talking about a paint color, two different things. Still not really sure if that's 100% matching because the rest is already very vibrant by itself. And I'm not sure if the green does anything special here. That's cool. Come on, guys. That is so cool. How did they do that? Did they throw... Let's have a little look at this. So he's holding a hat. A guy is walking in. Seems like a bit of a small person. Oh, you can even see it. That this is, of course, the second part is CGI. I mean, that's okay still. It hits him. And most likely what they did here is just have someone holding the camera and they have a fall or a mattress on the side so the guy can actually tip over, causing this kind of effect. Looks super cool though. Like 100%. It's awesome. Again, this forced perspective as if you're being held by that item that this member is holding. Really, really cool what they did here. Is it me or is the orange very strong for this video? It's a very harsh color to look at. It's a very intense color to look at. And slowly, I don't know if it's only me or maybe you guys have the same, but it's very hard to stay focused on the video because the orange is really a face or a handful of color to be thrown at you. There's so much happening in this MV. And there's so many things happening in the same location. What is super cool though about these kind of sets is that you see that neon lighting they have in the background here. It's awesome, don't get me wrong, but the shameful thing is that in most cases they would keep it for some time, use it maybe for a few shows, but these things are super expensive, you know, for us to buy. This size would cost you a few €1,000 for sure, but what I want to say is that it's a shame that they throw it away after some time because it's just a set and that's it. They're never going to use this anywhere else. They're not going to stick it on the building. They're not going to bring it home. Maybe someone will take it home, but I would love to see these things being reused. Or maybe they should do a bit of a giveaway, you know, or maybe do a fundraiser with the items that they don't use anymore. Enough people could maybe put money into it and they can do something good with the money. It's better than throwing it away, but I know it working with Korean companies. They have a tendency to throw a lot of things away after a set because, hey, they don't need it anymore. A bit of a shame, actually. But it looks so good. Really cool. If there's one thing that they do good actually in this MV is that they don't use too many special effects. They don't use too much lightning effects that are just filters basically over video. They really just have enough to make you happy and not overly saturated with crazy effects going everywhere. The focus here is really on the members. I'm not a big fan, and I'll be honest here, that this LED wall in the background with these robot dogs moving, I'm not a big fan of it. I just don't think it adds anything to it. Maybe they could have put a light there or something that's a little bit more relaxing, because like I say, there's a lot going on with especially NCT 127. It's a big group, and something else moving in the background is just distracting. Like, yeah, it might look cool for the idea, but in reality, I just think it's a little bit too much for the entire MV. Whoa, 1 sec, I need to double check that. Whoa, what happened here? Do you guys notice that it just feels like it's out of focus a little bit? Like the car is super focused, but they are not focused? Whoa. Something went wrong here in this video, and you can also see it with the frames per second, for example. It feels a bit stuttery, as if the shutter was too low or they used the wrong FPS. Feels a bit awkward. I don't know what it is, but I'm just a little bit confused, like why this is super sharp, but they are not. It could be something that's wrong with YouTube, but that cannot be, because if they were sharp, it would look like this. Something went wrong here. Because here it's super sharp again, so it's really not YouTube. It's literally that only scene that has that problem. Bit weird, but hey, can happen. But I'm curious what happened actually. Come on, give me one big boom. This is not the boom that I was expecting. And I want to say something why I don't think this is the correct way of finishing an MV. Purely because there's this hype, or we're slowly having these build-ups as if something big is going to happen. We saw this thing flying, this big hat. It would have been cool if they just had this big ending to this MV, maybe on a big building, on the hat, something that's a little bit more creative than using the set again that we see. Let's go back a bit. Using the same set again, but with some fire in the background. So basically the sparkler machines. Where is it? Is this really a good ending to finish an MV? That the LED screens are not showing a robotic dog, they're actually showing a robotic horse. So that was NTC 127 with Sticker. Now, what do I actually think of the song? Well, the song is very unique. I cannot say whether I like it or not, but I can say, like I just said, it's a very unique song and a very unique beat. It just seems like I didn't really understand what they were going for, and it just seems like they put a song together that is more focused on the voices, so the vocals, rather than the beat itself, which I think is really cool. Like I say, it's a unique concept, and I'm all for unique. I love when premieres or when songs or when anything has a bit of a unique feel to it, and that is certainly this song. This is not a song that I will forget, purely because of the way it was built. When it comes to the MV, however, I really think it's a bit of a missed opportunity. I don't know why, but I think NCT 127 deserves so much more than just a studio production. The element that is just disturbing here for me is just the orange. It's a very overpowered color and it's used a lot, but it's also very strong on the eyes. It just dominates everything else. It just dominates even over the members of NCT, which I just think is not a good balance. I think you need to find that balance between the characters and the set before actually starting filming, but here it just feels like the set was a little bit overpowering. The second problem with the set that I see is purely that it's a bit tight. NCT 127 is a big group, and it doesn't really seem as if they had the space or they could breathe in all flexibility. Maybe go in real life locations, go to parking lots, go to buildings, go to a hotel, go to anything that can also give you that space, but it's just a little bit more open. if you have a big group, it shouldn't be forced in a small area. It should be forced in a big area where everyone has a bit of oxygen to breathe on set, of course, in the sense of everyone has their space. But here it just feels like everything is a bit tight. On top of that, and last point where they could highly improve themselves is maybe, and I know this is not something that NCT does, but maybe because of the song, they're talking about a person, about sharing the world together, about the other person being the VIP, having a party together. Why not introduce a woman to the MV? A woman that is interacting with the group, with a certain member, basically showing a little bit more about what the song is about, because it just seems as if they were filling up elements within the MV just to fill them up rather than complementing the song. It's a bit of a missed opportunity, I think, here, especially on a song which could have guided nicely with one character, with different elements of partying, with sharing a life with someone. And this is just something that is, I think it could have improved a little bit. But the big question is, like always, what do you guys actually think of NCT and 127? Do you enjoy the MV? Do you not enjoy the MV? What do you think is lacking? Maybe you see something that I did not understand. Maybe you can explain it to me. I do really like NCT 127. They are really cool at what they're doing. I love the choreography. I love the power they have. At least they have that. I just think that in this case, it's literally the entire set that destroyed the song for them. It just wasn't that fitting, and it didn't really match to what they want to go for. It didn't bind as good as I thought it could compared to many other MVs that we see out there. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. And if you did enjoy the video, like always, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribed. And of course, I would love to see you on the next video. And of course, guys, why not put your recommendations of what videos you want me to see in the near future? Just put it in the comments below. You got nothing to lose. It costs nothing. And of course, I would read your comment and go with your recommendations. So guys, I'll see you on the next video and catch you then. Mwah.